Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will discuss about the network topologies. We will cover the following topics, including the definition of network topologies, types of network topologies, and then the different types of network topologies, including the point-to-point, bus, ring, star, tree, mesh, and hybrid topologies. So let's get started. So what is a network topology? A network topology is refers to as the arrangement with which computer systems or network devices are connected to each other. The network topology can be either a physical topology or a logical topology. The physical network topology refers to as the actual connections such as wires, cables of how the network is arranged. Here we can see that we have a networking device such as the hub or a switch, and different computers are connected to each through wires. This arrangement is known as the physical topologies. These are physical cables and these all are physical devices. While on the other hand, the logical topology is determined by the data flow connectivity between nodes in the computers. Now what that means that although this is a physical layout, we can draw the logical connection. Logical connection means that how these computers are communicating with each other. We can draw it such as, let's suppose this computer can communicate with this one. It can also communicate with this. All these computers in normal arrangement can communicate with each other. And if we draw lines between them showing their connectivity, then we will come to an arrangement which is more complex than the physical, and it can be called as the logical topology. Now, what are different types of network topologies? These are some of the network topologies that we will cover today. First of all, the point-to-point topology. It refers or the point-to-point topology contains exactly two hosts such as the computers, switches, or server that are directly connected using a single piece of cable. Here we can see that we have two computers and they are connected through a single cable. This is one of the simplest topology that we can have. There is no networking device between them such as a hub, switch, or a router. They are directly connected and they can communicate with each other in a full duplex mode as shown in the animation. The next is the bus topology. In bus topology, all the stations are connected through a single cable known as the backbone cable. A message sent by one node to another is received by all the nodes. This is important point. These highlighted points are important. The most common access method of the bus topology is CSMA, carry sense multiple access. So here we can see that we have a single communication line, this one, and different computers are connected to this single line. It is known as the backbone cable or backbone line. Now, how the computers communicate in a bus topology? When, let's suppose, this computer wants to send message to any of this computer on the bus, the message is received by all the computers. As we can see in the animation, the message is replicated to all the nodes. Now, based on this, what are some of the advantages and disadvantages of this topology? Here we will see in the next slide that what are these advantages and disadvantages. So the foremost advantage of the bus topology is that it is cost effective and less expensive, since we only need a cable without any central networking device such as switch, hub, or router. So it is less expensive. Another advantage is that if a single node fails, it does not affect the whole network connectivity. Let's suppose here if this node fails, all the other nodes will continue to communicate with each other, they won't be affected. And the third advantage is that it's easy to install. Here we can see that there is no complex configuration. We can install this network without any complex configuration required. These are some of the disadvantages. It is less tolerant and it has a single point of failure. What does this mean? That this main backbone line, if that breaks, the whole communication is cut down. So it is a single point of failure. Another disadvantage is that there is no privacy or security. What that means is that when one computer sends data to another computer, it is received by all the nodes. So there is less security and less privacy. Again, there is limited speed because we have a single line, and when there are many computers attached to this line, they all are dependent on this single backbone. So we have very limited speed that is dependent upon this one single cable. And scalability is also less. What does this mean? This means that we can only attach limited computer to this cable. If we want to attach more and more computer, then this cable will become a bottleneck and its speeds will become very slow, and there will be lot of collisions and many other problems. So we cannot scale this network to more computer than a limited number. The next topology is the ring topology. So the ring topology is basically, it is a circular bus topology. What this means that the bus, it is actually the bus topology, but both its ends are connected in a circular fashion. The communication in this topology is unidirectional. The data flow in only one direction. Data is transmitted from one node to the next node in a closed loop. The data is transmitted through ring using an access method or using an access that is called token. The node having token can transmit the data. When no one is transmitting data, the token is circulated in the ring. Let's suppose this is a token. When this token is present with a computer, then that computer can transmit the data. And when no computer wants to transmit the data, then the token is circulated inside the ring in a circular motion as shown. Now, what are some of the advantages and disadvantages of ring topology? The first advantage is that there are less collisions. Why? Because we have the token method, and only those computer can transmit, or that computer can transmit data that have the token. So no two computers can transmit at the same time, and there are very few collision, and this means that it has better performance. It is also easy to install, as we saw in the bus topology. It is easy to expand. We can connect more computers to this topology. We can extend the cable, and it has easy management. There is no complex configuration or management involved in this topology. So what are disadvantages of this topology? Again, same like the bus topology, it also has a single point of failure. So this means that if this cable is broken, then the whole communication is broken because the data flow in a unidirectional mode. Again, if we want to add or remove a node or a computer to this ring, then we need to take a downtime of the whole network. Let's suppose here if we want to remove this computer, so again this circle will be broken for a limited time and we have to take a downtime. Again, it is less secure because if this computer, let's suppose if we want to communicate with this, the data will flow in this manner and it will be seen by all these computers. And again, if we increase the number of computers in this circle, its performance will be decreased. The next topology is the star topology. So what is a star topology? In star topology, each node is connected to a central device that is known as the hub or the switch. It is the most popular and efficient topology. This topology is mostly used nowadays inside our homes, inside organizations. All the communication between nodes must pass through a hub or through a switch. Any communication, let's suppose this computer want to communicate with this or any other computer, it must pass through the central device, that is the hub or the switch. Hub is the centralized management and configuration point of the network. So if we want to change any configuration, if we want to manage the network, it is all done through this central device, the hub or the switch. Now, how does the communication in star topology work? So here we have, let's suppose this computer want to send data to this. So it is done through this device. It cannot send it directly to this computer. It must go through the central device. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of the star topology? The advantages are that it's easy to install. Again, we have a central device such as hub or switch, and we can connect all the computers through its ports using the cable. It is easily scalable. We can connect as many nodes as we want to the hub or to the switch. If we run out of the ports, we can add another switch or another hub. Its management and it has easy and centralized management because it's all done through the central hub. It has again efficient troubleshooting, and it has higher data rates. Higher data rates because each device has its own dedicated cable, and the more resources the central device has, the more speedy the network is. These are some of the disadvantages. The most important one is that the central device is a single point of failure. If this fails, the whole network fails. Of course, we can do some mechanism to increase the to avoid the single point of failure, such as we can install another hub with this and connect these both. This can be done. This is called virtual chassis in Juniper, and in some vendors it is called as the stacking. So this can be done. Again, another disadvantage is that it is expensive to set up and maintain. It is expensive because of this central device. In bus and in the ring topology, we did not have this central device, so they were cheap and they were less expensive to set up, while this star topology is expensive to set up because of this central device. Again, the performance is dependent upon this central device. If the performance of this device is low, then the performance of the whole network will be low. Another topology is the tree topology. What is the tree topology? This topology consists of multiple levels or layers of network. It is the variation of star topology. It is also known as the hierarchical topology. What this means that we have many layers inside this topology. Again, hub is the centralized management and configuration point of the network. As in the previous topology, the star topology, here we also have centralized hub for the management for this network, and this is for the whole network. So here we have different layers. This is the access layer, this is the distribution layer, and this is the core layer. This is called the tree topology, and this is again the variation of star topology, because we can see here that this is a star topology, this is also a star topology, and we can see if in the larger picture this whole is also a star topology. So the tree topology is in effect a variation of a star topology. How the data communicate in this topology? Let's suppose if a computer want to communicate with another computer that is in the same lane, it is done in the same, the data flows from this to this. And when a computer want to communicate, let's suppose this one want to communicate with this one, then it travels the distribution layer. And if some computer want to go outside this whole network, then let's suppose this one want to communicate outside the network, then this will go this to this distribution layer and then to core layer, and then it will go outside the network. So these are some of the advantages and disadvantages of this topology. The first advantage is that it is highly scalable. Here we can add more computers, we can add more hubs here and more switches, and we can expand this network to a whole new level. And another advantage is that one node failure does not affect the whole network. As in case of ring topology, one node affected the whole network. Here, one node failure does not affect other nodes or the network. The disadvantages are that it is complex and hence it is difficult to troubleshoot. If there is some issue, it is difficult to troubleshoot because we have many devices to troubleshoot and many connections. The setup cost is high because now we have many more network devices to install and to configure. Again, the configuration and maintenance is high because this topology is complex. It has many network devices, so the configuration and maintenance is also difficult. The next topology is the mesh topology. In this topology, each node is connected to every other node. It has redundant parts between hosts because each is connected to every other host, and it does not contain a centralized hub. Here we can see that each node is connected to every other node, and this forms a kind of a mesh, and the communication between these can go such like that because each node is communicating with each other node. So it is a complex type of communication that is taking place. So these are some of the advantages and disadvantages of the mesh topology. The advantage is that it has redundant links, so it is fault tolerant. What this means that, let's suppose if this link fails, this computer can access the same computer through another link such as this one or through this one. So it has redundant link. It has dedicated link between each node, so it has security. These two nodes can communicate without compromising their security. And it has fast communication because there is no middle device or hub between two devices, and they can communicate very fastly. The disadvantages are that wire management is tedious. Since it has many wires for each connection, its management and troubleshooting is tedious. It is less scalable because this computer has limited number of ports. Now let's suppose if we have 2 or 3 more computers, we cannot all connect to the same computer because we will run out of the network card or network interface cards. And again, the cost is high because the large number of cabling. So the next and the last topology is the hybrid topology. Hybrid topology, as the name indicates, it is a combination of 2 or more topologies. It is found in large organizations and data centers. What this means that this topology contains multiple topologies. Here we can see that we have a star topology. This is again a star topology. This is also a star topology. And these 3 star topology are connected through a ring topology. So it is combination of 2 topology. Again, if we want to communicate within the same topology, it will take place here. And if we want to communicate from one topology to another, it can also be done using the hybrid topology. So what are the advantages or disadvantages of this topology? The first advantage is that it is highly scalable. Here we can connect. If we want to increase the number of nodes, we can increase them. We can connect, let's suppose, another hub here or another switch here, and we can connect computer to it. So it is highly scalable topology. It can be designed as per requirements, and this means that it is flexible. This topology can be designed as per requirement of the organization. If an organization let's suppose if an organization has 3 buildings, these all buildings have star topology and they are connected through this ring topology. Let's suppose if there emerges a requirement of another building, it can also be added to this topology, such as this one here. So it is very flexible. These disadvantages are that it is complex, and so it is difficult to troubleshoot. If there is some problem in the network, you will have to troubleshoot the whole network, and it is difficult to determine the problem and the resolution. And again, the setup and maintenance cost is high because we have many network devices and connections. So that's all for today's video. I hope you people like the video. If there are any questions regarding this video, you can ask the question in the comments. Again, if you need these slides, you can also comment and I will hand over the slides. I will email the slides. So please like and subscribe my channel for the upcoming videos. See you soon in the next video. Bye bye.